Hello and welcome to Oz Adventure Life. We're Caitlin and Michael, and this week we make our way to Karijini and explore Dales, Hamersley and Knox Gorge. Good morning guys and welcome back to another episode. We are up before the sun this morning.
We sure are. We're at Pilbara station, but we're hitting the road today. Where are we off to?
We're off to Karijini and we are so excited. We can't wait to get out there. It's going to be a big day. We've got 6 hours of driving, so let's not waste any time. Let's get out of here and hit the road. We're going to be staying at Dales Campground, so let's get to Dales Campground. That's where we'll be for the next 4 nights. So yeah, we're super excited. Let's get into it. Guys, we've arrived at Karijini, but now that we have some time this afternoon, we're inspecting the Michael's very impressed, all the nuts and bolts that hold the tray and canopy to the body, to the chassis. So many of them are rattled loose, so basically what your lesson is, no offense, explore canopies, but you're cheap and nasty basically. This is like the worst safety hazard ever.
They're not even lock nuts. They're like we put lock nuts on some of them, but like they're not even lock nuts, and it's a tray and canopy. Like, what is going through their mind when they're putting this thing together without lock nuts? And they're like, oh yeah, this might go on some corrugated roads. It'll shake loose, fall off, and then we got a bigger accident than what even needs to happen. So I just don't understand the process, and it's not the most expensive canopy either, but there's certain things that need to be done properly. There's
still standards, like making sure your nuts and bolts are good ones.
So it's a lesson for people if you're in the market for a tray and canopy. They might be a little bit cheaper, but you're going to be doing this sort of stuff when you pull up to camps. We're in Karijini, we should be sitting back, relaxing, or going for a walk right now. I'm doing nuts and bolts on the tray and canopy, so yeah, very frustrating.
Good morning guys. We had a bit of a chilled afternoon yesterday after tightening up all those nuts. Michael Loctited them all. It was really hard work, like pretty much I think there was only like 3 that we didn't have to do, so pretty much every single nut and bolt that connected the tray to the chassis, and then also the 4 that connect the canopy to the tray. So no wonder why we're bouncing around. But yeah, she's all tight now, no movement, so that's good. We'll keep an eye on that anyway, and obviously keep you updated with how that goes. But Michael's getting his boots on this morning. It's a little bit windy here in Karijini today.
It's a bit fresh.
So she's a bit cold. It is supposed to get up to like 21 degrees, which is still kind of cool. But yeah, it's like 13 degrees or something at the moment.
Yeah, nice and fresh, but hopefully getting into this walk that we're about to do warms us up, and I mean the water's going to be cold down there, so that'll be interesting. Well, we're about to rip into Dales Gorge and Fortescue Falls, and also Fern Pool, so can't wait.
It's going to be cold in there, but
it'll be worth it.
We usually jump in even if it's cold. So anyways, let's go get into the hike.
We're here in the car park at the moment. We're going to head down. There's apparently like 280 steps. We're going to take that down, head to our right to the Fortescue Falls, and then we're going to go to Fern Pool, then cut it back, walk through the whole gorge, and then come up to the Three Ways Lookout, and then we're going to come along the rim of the gorge, and hopefully we get a few good views, and hopefully there's a little bit of water in there so the waterfalls are flowing nice for us. But let's get stuck into this.
Are you ready to get in?
Yeah, it's, we felt the water and it's actually pretty warm, so, well, compared to what we've heard, so jump in anyway. How was that?
That was so good. I'm so glad we got in. And you know what? It's not actually that cold. A lot of people were saying it's freezing, but it just felt like, I don't know, like regular pool temperature. But yeah, it was pretty special. So we've got the swims out of the way, and now it's time to warm up, and we're going to go and do the hike. We'll do the Gorge Trail and then the Rim Trail. So we're excited for that. I just switched out my shoes and put these on because we've got a little bit of water to walk through, and if you're like me, you won't like to have wet socks. So Michael's fine because he's got his boots on.
Yeah, I've locked the hubs in. I'm in four-wheel drive.
But yep, water shoes it is. ready to start heading up.
Yeah, that's Knox Gorge done. So now it is time to start our ascent up to the top and then along the ridge. It's going to be a bit of a workout.
We are nearly at the top, but boy, what a climb.
Well, finally made it to the top. That was a bit of an effort, wasn't it?
It was, but look at our view from up here.
Yeah, so it's called Three Ways Lookout. I'm guessing because it actually goes in the direction of three ways. You've got a bit down there that runs down there, you got to your left that runs, the gorge keeps running down there, or you got to the right, which we just walked through.
Where we came from.
So now we just continue along the gorge rim trail back to the car park. Should be pretty picturesque looking over the gorge. What's she setting up for?
I am getting into photography, or learning to use my camera settings, and I seen this really cool time lapse last night, so I've set up interval shooting on my camera. We're gonna try and get a time lapse of the sunset going into the stars. I have been practicing a bit of astrophotography, and the photos are actually turning out pretty good, I think. I'll put some photos in here, but you will probably have also seen them on Instagram. So yeah, we're gonna try the time lapse tonight and just, I don't know, see how we go. It could be a total epic failure, but we'll let you know how it goes. Basically, I'm just setting this up here on the tripod, and what's going to happen is in a few seconds it is going to start taking a photo every 40 seconds. I think I've set it. I'm setting it to take 50 photos every 40 seconds, so it's going to take like 36 minutes. I'm just worried about the wind blowing over my tripod, because I definitely don't have the most sturdy tripod. It's just a Kmart tripod. But yeah, fingers crossed it turns out really good, and I can show you guys what hopefully will be some amazing time lapse. But we'll see if my camera even has enough battery, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. This is my tripod insurance. I've sat the chairs there because the wind is blowing this way, so if the tripod's going to fall over, the chair's going to catch it. So that's what we're using the chairs for. And in the meantime, while that's shooting away, I am going to get in and cook some dinner. We definitely deserve a really nice wholesome meal after today's hard work. We have a one-pan dinner tonight. I've got some onion, broccoli and zucchini in there. I'm going to put steak in there as well with some butter and garlic. But look at the view. Looking pretty good. Little bit of an update. We already had a bit of a fail because the sky is currently orange and blue, but on my camera I forgot to fix my white balance settings. It was still set on incandescent from shooting stars last night, so we've changed it to daylight. Cloudy seems to work fine as well, but yeah, we've restarted it. And then after it's finished with this interval shoot, I put it down to 40 photos again. After it's done with this, I'll reassess how the settings are looking, and I will change the shutter speed, the aperture and the ISO to suit. Good morning guys, we've just actually arrived at Hamersley Gorge. We made our way out here this morning. It was about an hour and a half from Dale's campground. Do recommend though, if you are coming to Karijini, plan your trip out so that you're staying at Buddha's overnighter if you are coming to Hamersley Gorge, because it's close, it's free. But yeah, that's just not how we planned it. We planned just to stay at Dale's Gorge and go from there. But in hindsight, if we were to do it again, we would definitely do Buddha's overnighter, the eco retreat, and then Dale's campground, just so that we don't have to drive around. Also checking in from my star photo. My star time lapse last night didn't go very good.
Oh, well, yeah, you're in the learning process, so it's all a learning curve.
Yeah, I mean, I took some photos. The photos turned out good, so I'll chuck some up here. But yeah, it's all about learning how the camera works and all different settings. It's experimenting, really. But yeah, we're going to get out of the car, and you ready to get into it?
Yeah, get into this gorge and get in for a swim, I think.
It's going to be so good. It's a bit colder today though, isn't it?
It is. It's windy and cold, but the sun's out. It's blue skies, so it'd be rude not to swim in the gorge.
All right, let's go. All right, and we're here. It's actually a really small car park. So yeah, if you want to come to Hamersley Gorge, make sure you don't miss out on a car park because it's already full and it's 9 o'clock this morning. So here we are. We're going to head down to the waterfall and then make our way to the spa pool. They do say it's a class 4 hike here, so take it easy. We'll let you know how it goes anyways. Alright, so it's not a big walk, it's just really awkward because it's just very slanty and yeah, it looks amazing down here though. Oh, we made it! I can't wait to get in, the water looks amazing. We're gonna try and put the drone up, but as you can probably see, all the rocks are like slanted, so there's no like flat area. So that might be interesting.
That was sick.
It was really good. We had such a good time. It probably took us about an hour and a half, I would say, but we once again, we took our time, we got heaps of photos, went for a swim in the spa pool, and it was actually quite warm. The water that was trickling down into the spa pool was warm.
Yeah, warmer than the water actually in it.
Yeah, so yeah, we had a really good time. We're on our way back towards Weeno and Hancock Gorge. I think we're gonna maybe do Knox Gorge. We're not sure which one we're gonna do yet, so we're just gonna make our way back that way, and once we get there we'll work out what we've got to do, because they've got Joffrey Gorge, Knox Gorge, Hancock and Weeno, but I think we're gonna do Hancock and Weeno tomorrow, so we'll just see what happens once we get there and see where it takes us. Rightio guys, so we decided Knox Gorge is the one that we're gonna do to finish off our day. Class 5, pretty steep descent apparently, so I think we'll be putting this camera away, but anyway, you ready?
Yep, let's get into it. Almost a casualty. Come on, Michael, don't mess it up.
So pretty careful.
Yeah, look at that.
This is just crazy in here, isn't it?
This is, I reckon, my favourite one. Like gorge that we've walked through.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Like the colours, the red where the sun is like shining on, it just is like unreal. It's hard to believe that we actually have these amazing gorges in our own backyard.
Yeah, I was saying to Caitlin just before, it feels like to do this stuff, like growing up I would think you have to travel to
Travel
a different country to
overseas,
see
yeah.
something like this. To think that this is in our own backyard is just nuts.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I think we're nearly at the end, and then we'll turn around and head back to that little pool.
Yeah, it looks nice. Well, we made it back.
Thank goodness for that. That gorge was absolutely amazing. Hands down our favourite so far, for sure, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon.
It is hard. Like there were some people that were turning around once they got to the bottom. But if you've gone down that big descent, keep going all the way until you get to the end of the gorge, until it says you can't go any further, because that was where the money shot was. It was beautiful down there.
Yeah. So that's where it was kind of worth that big hike down.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely add it to the bucket list, guys. Knox Gorge.
Yeah, it was awesome. And do the swim on the way back at the pool on the corner, because that's where I hopped in. It was the coldest one that I've been in so far, and I've been in a few. So yeah, definitely worth it though, because you get hot on the way back up. So take the dip and then make the way back up, and it'll kind of keep you a bit cooler.
As you're witnessing a piece of history, Caitlin has just completed her first dirt road in the Luxie. How do you think you went?
So good, because you know why? It's been freshly graded, so the corrugations are not even bad.
Nah.
Back on the bitumen now, but yeah, that was
smooth.
It was like 30 k's of smooth gravel road, because it's the corrugations were very smooth. So yay me. Rightio guys, we are going to wrap this episode up here, but we are not done in Karijini, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for next week. We've got a lot happening.
Hit that notification button so you don't miss out on the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. We're going to catch you guys next week.
Bye guys.